good morning. Here I am in Maui, in the city of Latrobe, 150 odd kilometres east of Melbourne. Now the reason I've come here is because the city of Latrobe is ranked #1 for crime in country Victoria. That's from the official crime stats. So anyway, I thought I might as well come and see what the town's like, and a few others, and just document a few things along the way, and also tell you a little bit about the history. Now this whole area in Latrobe was built on basically brown coal being found here back in the early 1900s. And as you know now, coal is being phased out slowly but surely, and it's got to have a big effect on these towns. So anyway, we'll get into the Maui town centre and I'll show you around. I'll tell you a little bit more about it when I get in there, and I might even stop in to get something to eat. See how we go. Okay, there's the Maui train station over there. Pretty quiet on a old Monday morning. Anyway, up over here, turn to the left, is the town centre. So we'll go and check out the town centre and see what the town centre's like in Maui. Okay, so we're approaching the town centre of Maui, the main street. You got a Mitre 10 here. You know what? It's a clean old street. It really is. It's actually nice and neat. Now the population here in Maui is 9,375, and out of that 9,375, 49.1% are male, 50.9% are female. Average age in Maui is 46. Now do a left here, might get us more towards the town centre, see what else it has to offer. There's a Woolies just up there. But I'll tell you what, it is a nice, neat little town. There's the post office there. Let's go down here to the left. There we go, they got the RSL. Maui RSL, just there on the left. Old Hungry Jack's there on the right. Most towns have got Hungry Jack's and McDonald's, I suppose. There we go, we'll go around the corner here. The old real estate agent. I tell you what, it's a big town. I didn't realise it was so big. Yeah. A few more stats on Maui. 76% of the people who are born in Australia, in Maui. Next amount after that is England, which comes in at 3.1%. We'll go back down here, back down towards the main street. Yeah, England at 3.1%. Philippines getting in at 1.2%, New Zealand at 1%, and people born in the Netherlands at 1%. So there you go. We'll get up past this roundabout. I think this is a dead end up here. Shared zone, walking and foot traffic as well. So we're right in the heart of Maui now. It's a nice old main street. You can't say anything bad about it. Plenty of banks, coffee shops, real estate agents. There's the city council there in front of us. Now the main employment here in Maui is in aged care, believe it or not. 5% of the people in the workforce work in aged care. I'd say that would have been in the coal industry going back 20 or 30 years ago. But as I said earlier, the coal industry is closing down. After aged care, social service assistance is 4.7%. And after that comes people working in the supermarket and grocery stores. And speaking of the supermarket, there we go, there's the Woolies just there. Over there on the left. They got the old police station there. They must be kept busy, as they say. The crime stats here in Latrobe and Maui are pretty high. Let's go around here. Now I'll give you those crime stats for Maui. So there's 160 crimes in Maui for 1,000 people, where the Australian average is 76. So read into that what you will, it's more than double the Australian average, which is not terrific, but I'll tell you what, it's a nice old town, believe me. Median house prices in Maui, 369,000, where the average Australian average is 831,000. So it's less than half the Australian average. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's got the crime rate, as they say, but it's not too bad, the town. It's actually a nice, quaint little town, to be honest. I mean, I don't know when all the crime's been done. There we go, we've got a Subway over there, the old Maui Fruit Market just there. Harvey Norman. So there's plenty of things here. People aren't short of retail shops here, that's one thing for sure. That's where we just went down before. We'll head down this way. There's a KFC down there and a Kmart straight ahead. So there's plenty here. Got the CFA fire station there. It's only a pretty new building too by the looks of it. CFA are in having strike action or something like that with the government at the moment, aren't they? Saw all the fire trucks there from the CFA in the city a couple of weeks back. Basically just out of the town centre. Like I'm only 500 metres. There's the horse race track right in front of me. Jeez, I didn't realise it was that close to town. It's basically a couple hundred metres from town, the racetrack. There we go, we've got an Aldi there. On the left hand side, our Maui Bowling Club as well, beside the race course, just there. Super cheap auto. Yeah, so it's almost like living in the city, I suppose, with all the amenities here. Not short of a thing. Anyway, might go and check out some of the residential area. I mean, the city and the town centre here in Maui is actually really nice. Hasn't got any of the old fancy buildings like in the gold rush towns, and it's neat enough. Righto, we'll go into some of the residential area. Rightio, here we are in the residential area of Maui. And I tell you, when you look at all these homes here, nice homes, nice gardens, well kept. I mean, they really are. I mean, you get a different impression. I mean, Maui, everyone knows Maui. It's had a few high-profile crimes over the years, and it's completely different than I thought. It's really actually well kept. There's a whole lot of new homes or units going up over here on the left. Yeah, really nice gardens. No shabbiness at all about this street anyway. Okay, so we just turn into, this is Gibson Street. Nice old homes as well. Gardens are well kept. Doesn't seem like there's any poverty here because of the crime rate. Now, the average household income here in Maui, I haven't mentioned that yet. Tell you what, it won't be too bad because the houses are all okay. There's nothing wrong with them. The average household income is $902 per household. Australian average is $1,759. So it's nearly half the Australian average. But they got a pretty, I mean, it's a nice town. It's got all the amenities you want. Houses are all pretty well kept. I mean, stats say a different thing, but that's not everything, I suppose, is it? Anyway, that's enough for Maui. We might head on to the next town. Here we go, here's the Maui Hotel. It's quiet in there at the moment, early in the Monday morning, public holiday morning it is actually. And again, there's a train station again on the right. Pizza shop next door to the pub. Bet you he gets a few orders on a Saturday night or a Friday night. So here we are. We're approaching the small little town of Yallourn North. Actually, there's a Yallourn North Superstore. Little school crossing here. The school kids. Yallourn North Bowling Club over there. And it's only a small little town here in Yallourn North. Got the sports ground over there to the right. And tennis courts. They've got a few amenities here. A couple of old churches over the road from each other as well. Uniting Church there. the old Uniting Church. It's just a little old house, really. And then you got this one on that side. He's been there for a while, I'd say. Anglican Church of Australia. There we go. There's probably a Catholic church around here too, somewhere, I'd say. Got the Food Works straight in front of me. As I said, it's only a small little town. I'll turn left here. There's another church just there. I don't know what sort of church that is. There's 3 churches within 100 metres of each other. Anyway, that's Yallourn North, and then we got the old coal miners takeaway. Now, it's unreal. When I was just driving here, we'll go past it on the way back. The big power station's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. It's like the old nuclear plant on the Simpsons. That's what it reminded me of. Anyway, I'll show you that on the way back. There we go. We've got a pub here in Yallourn North, Rossmore Hotel. There you go. After that, I think it's mostly residential. So we'll drive around. It's quite hilly around here as well. So Yallourn North here, population is 1,511 people. That's according to the last census. 50.5% of that was male. Female was 49.5%. So nearly 50-50. Average age in Yallourn North here is 42. Fair bit younger than Maui, which was 49, I think, from memory. There you go. Someone's got an Australian flag up there. I don't know if you can see from there. That's behind it. You can see the bit of the power station. So it's not far from town. I'll tell you what, it's not a good look, all that stuff coming out. But anyway, that's the way it is. Place for sale just there. When do they go selling that overlooking the power station? Anyway, that's not for me. Now, 87.5% of people in Yallourn North are actually born in Australia. Followed by 2.7% born in England. 1.1% from the Philippines. And I'll tell you what, people look after their homes here too. I mean, this is on that crime rate stat as well. It's been right up there, but it's not too bad. It's a nice little town. It's got its own couple of little shops. That's all it needs. You've got all the big towns only 10-15 minute drive away. Now, the main industry here for employment is working in a hospital. Probably in one of the bigger towns, I'd say. Aged care as well. Both of them come in at 5.8%. Social assistance services as well is up there, 3.9%. Average household income here in Yallourn North is $1,276 a week, which is not too bad compared to Maui, which was only $902. Australian average is $1,759. So it's a little bit below the Australian average, but it's not too bad. Here's those tennis courts again in front of us. Crime rate per 1,000 people here in Yallourn North is 75 crimes per 1,000 people, which is basically on the Australian average. Australian average is 76, so it's actually not too bad. It's actually pretty good, really. Right on the average. Median house price is $310,000, which is cheaper than Maui. Australian average is $831, so it's less than half. There's the old school over there. Less than half that. So, I mean, they've got playground for the kids here, skateboards and whatever you call those sort of things over there. Yeah, so that's Yallourn North for you. That's about all there is to show. Anyway, it's a nice little town. So here I am at the Yallourn power station, and as you can see, look at that. That's unbelievable. Those Not sure how high those stacks are, but they're probably 60, 70 metres high. And if you look closely there, I know it's a cloudy, overcast morning. I don't know if that's a great look, all that stuff coming out of there, all that smoke or whatever it is, burning the coal. Look, I'm no climate activist, but anyway, that's just the way it is. It's still here. It's supposed to be closing down soon, 2028, with all the renewables they want to bring in now and all that sort of thing. Whether that's a good idea to close this down. It was built over, started building this in the 1920s, and then probably the 1970s, I think they stopped building on. Have a look at it, it's massive. As I said, it's supposed to close in 2028. And all these towns around here in Latrobe, you know, imagine all the jobs that would have supplied over the years. And anyway, it's probably a shell of what it used to be. There's been quite a few incidents here too, since about 2007. A few fires. One was apparently due to sabotage through industrial action, which closed a few of these big burners down. We've had a couple of floods. 2007, Latrobe River burst its banks and flowed into power plant here. Another levee bank failure flooded the plant here, and also heavy rains in 2021. So it's a bit jinxed. Anyway, it's unbelievable to look at, to be standing up close, as I've just said. Anyway, it's closing down in 2028. It's going to cost a lot of jobs. Don't even know what they're going to do with the actual site here. But anyway, it is an actual bit of work of art when you're actually standing at the bottom of it. And anyway, there's actually a barbecue area here as well. Have a look at that. So if you want to have a nice old barbecue under the big chimneys here. Anyway, that'll do. We'll go on to our next town in the city of Latrobe. It's actually not too bad so far. Don't know what all the fuss is about. I know the crime stats are high, but the actual towns I've gone through so far, they're all nice enough. Okay, we'll see you at the next town. Here we are. We're in Morwell. And we're just approaching the town centre now. First time I've ever been to Morwell. I've never been here before, so interested to see what it looks like. There's a Latrobe City Council just there on the left hand side. It's a pretty modern old building. It's not so much. See some of the old council buildings, they can be really nice little buildings. Police station there on the right. I tell you what, once I read you out the stat for here for the crime, saying geez, he must be kept busy. Anyway, let's find Slater and Gordon. We've got a Slater and Gordon here, and the CFA station just on the other side of the roundabout there. Now let's head up the main street here. It looks like one of the main streets anyway. It looks like there's more than one. And well, I can't say it's $1 million at the moment. A lot of old abandoned shops there. To tell you at the moment, I'm only just got here, so get up over this roundabout. That's probably the main shopping hub, is it? Coles Shopping Centre over there, one of the main shopping hubs anyway. Yeah, it's a don't know what to say at the moment. Population of Morwell anyway, 14,432. One thing about this city of Latrobe down here, petrol is 40 cents cheaper a litre than what it is in Melbourne, in the city centre. So what I say, population 14,432, 50-50, half male, half female. Average age is 43. just got a Harvey Norman here as well. That must be the train station now, I'd say. It's actually pretty modern. %72% of people in Morwell were born in Australia. 2.4% were born in England. Believe it or not. 2% Italianos. 1.3% were born in the Philippines and 1.1% in India. Now, I don't want to put the place down. I mean, it's clean enough, but it's also old enough, if you know what I mean. I don't know what to make of it at the moment. It's a I'm not sure if rundown's the right word. It's not quite run down, but it's not quite at the top of its game either, I don't think. That's only what I think anyway. It might be nicer. We'll go get around here. I mean, that roundabout probably looks nice in spring when all the flowers are in bloom. We're headed to a bit of the residential area now. Main source of employment here in Morwell. 4.9% of the people work in the hospital system. That's in the hospitals, not hospitality, hospitals. Supermarkets and groceries, 4.3%. And takeaway food, believe it or not, 3.9%. So there must be a lot of takeaway food shops there in town. Look at all these cockies over here having a feed at something. I'll turn left down here. See what we've got down here. There's a nursing home. Oh, well, that's probably got some of the employment numbers there. Well, I said hospital, not aged care. So, average household income here in Morwell is $942 a week. It's a little bit more than Maui, just a touch. When you look at the houses down here, they're okay. I mean, if you get well-kept gardens, that's good enough. You know, you take a bit of pride in your home. Now, here's the stat that I found quite unbelievable. Crimes per 1,000 people is 250. 250 crimes per 1,000 people. That's about 3.5 times the Australian average. That means either 1 in 4 people here have committed a crime, or there's a few people committing a lot of crimes. That's unbelievable. 250. So that must be right up there in the highest in Australia, let alone Victoria. That is an unbelievable stat, it really is. There's a nice little monument in the middle of the roundabout for ex-servicemen. Righto, we're coming down the back of this Coles. Median house price here in Morwell, $340,000. So pretty cheap, about 2.5 times cheaper than the average, Australian average. Not sure what that is there, but let's just have a look at this playground. That's a fantastic playground, it really is. Jeez, have a look at that. Not sure if that's a kindergarten there or what it is, but they've done a really good job. That's incredible, really. I'd say that's probably a kindergarten. What does that say over there, Mel? That's a public toilet. That's just a public park. That's all it is. Anyway, let's head back up into town. Oh no, we might turn left here. Just have a look at a bit more of the residential area. There we go. There's an old fridge on the side of the road there. Someone's obviously moved out. The old shopping trolley left out in the middle of nowhere. Oh. Anyway, like I said, let's go down this street. Residential area here in Morwell. I think I've said it just before. That's not too bad. As long as you keep your gardens nice and neat, keep everyone in the community happy as well, I suppose, don't you? Sometimes it can be just one house that lets everyone down. Place for sale there on the corner. Now this is probably affected by the shutdowns coming up and of the power stations as well, I'd say. Morwell, it's in between two big ones, the Loy Yang one as well. There's another empty shopping trolley cart there. What's he got in there? No, just a whole lot of crap, but anyway, they brought him down from somewhere. Oh, look at that. Jesus. The old well, that's the only bit of graffiti I've actually seen in town, so it's not too bad. It's actually quite funny graffiti. I won't say what it said, but it's obviously about someone in town. And there's a couple of really nice homes just there. Oh, look at that. So I think I ran through all the stats here for Morwell. The main one being the crime rate, which is absolutely, that's unbelievable. I don't know if the people in town know that. But anyway, it's quiet. I don't see any gangs running wild or running amok. It's actually not probably the main shopping areas. You can do with a bit of an uplift. I'll be honest, but the residential area, as I said, isn't too bad. Anyway, we'll head on to the next town. Actually, just before we head on to the next town, there's the Morwell RSL just in front of us there. Didn't see him before. That's why the statue's there in the middle of the roundabout. And head back in towards town here, because we're going to head this way to get out. Haven't seen any pubs yet. There's got to be a pub in town somewhere, surely. Got the old chemist there. Amber Lounge. Disability Support Services. Righto, so we're back sort of in the main street. Oh, there we go, there's a pub. Morwell Central. There we go, knew that to be one sooner or later. Just like Manny's Market. Here we go, Manny's Market. Probably have a few cheap deals in there. Going up back past the council hall, or whatever you call it, the town hall. Not even the town hall. Latrobe City Council. Now the place here on the left is a pretty new building. Not sure what that is. I'll let you know once the lights turn green. There we go. What's there? Couldn't even tell you what it is. Oh, yeah. A regional gallery. There we go. And then into their art and culture. Righto, that'll do for Morwell. Let's head on to the next town. Actually, I've just come across on the way to the next town. This is on the other side of the train tracks in Morwell. A little shopping centre here as well. Quite a few empty ones though, as you can see there on the left. You've got a nails and beauty shop there. Community health centre over there on that corner. And the pizza shop. Jeez, I tell you what, have a look at that. Old Village Twin Cinema. There we go. Old Village. That's unreal. Looks like he's been closed down a while now. Anyway, it's a shame. He should get it up and running again. Yeah, he's boarded up. Yeah, geez, you don't see that very often in towns. Closed cinemas. So, that's a shame. Not sure if they've opened up another one here, a newer, more modern one. Anyway, it's a shame. There's another pub on the other side of the railway tracks. What's he called, this one? Oh, the Latrobe Valley Hotel. There we go. There's probably more pubs in town too, I'd say. But anyway, that's all I could find at the moment. I've gone to leave Morwell 3 times, I think 2 or 3 times, and something's come up. Oh, there's a train there on the right hand side, just he's not pulling in. I'll say if they had been out doing a job somewhere, wouldn't be any fires today. It's been raining all night. And the Australia Post Office there, just on the left hand side. Anyway, that's a long train. An old goods train. He's going probably into the city of Melbourne there somewhere. He's a long one, alright. Oh, geez, he's still going. He's a long one. It's unreal, you don't see that. Living in Melbourne, you don't see that often. Trains that long. Anyway, let's head on to the next town. I've just done a U-turn. We've got a big TAFE here in Morwell. So, geez, that must supply education to people from all over. So, and of course, if you've got a TAFE college, you've got a Macca's over the road. So there we go. How good's that? So here we go. I couldn't drive past without seeing this. The top pub on top of the hill here in Morwell. It's a big pub too. Here we go. Nightcap hotels. And it's got a kids playroom and motel rooms available. Bistro open 7 days. There we go. There we go. So there is another pub out of town, and this time we'll definitely head to the next town. That's like I said, 3 times I've been going to leave Morwell, and something's caught my eye. So anyway, we'll head over to the next town. So it's got a lot of amenities here in Morwell. Crime rate's high. I mean, probably it's got to be up there as the highest in Australia, without a doubt. And anyway, hopefully they'll sort it out themselves. Anyway, we'll see you in the next town. Okay, so I've left Morwell. I'm on the way to Traralgon. I might be halfway in between. There's not a lot in between. But have a look at this on the left-hand side here, if you can see it. The amount of this is all car dealerships. Suzuki, Land Rover, Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Hyundai, Isuzu, Ford, Volkswagen, BMW. They're all here. That's unbelievable. You can't find a car amongst that lot. You're not trying. Okay, so here we are, coming into Traralgon, into the city centre. Just turn left here. What they got on the corner here? Grand Junction Hotel, 2025 winner, Australian Hotel Association Awards. Rightio, so we've got a big, long and wide main street. It's actually quite a busy town. A big town as well. I'll head up this way first. It's a big town. Probably, I think it's the biggest town in City of Latrobe here, down here. Pub there, another pub there, Crown Hotel. There's a Schnitz there over the road. Bendigo Bank, Chemist Warehouse, got everything. Traralgon Bakery. It's a busy old main street. And here's a couple of old buildings. It's the first time I've seen any old buildings down this way. What's this? The post office. What a beautiful old building that is. That's unreal. And the old pub here as well, on the corner. I think it's a pub. Yep, Hotel Traralgon. Yeah, so they're the first 2 buildings I've actually seen in the city of Latrobe. There we go, got a gym there, Anytime Fitness, cinema, Reading Cinema. We'll go back down that main street because get another look at those 2 old buildings, because yeah, they stand out. And this part of town down here. There's the pub again, Hotel Traralgon. And the old post office. What a beautiful old building that is. He really stands out like a sore thumb. Really nice. Alright, so we're headed back down the main street again. As you can see, we'll take a bit of a right hand turn just over here. I'll tell you a bit about, oh, he's backing out in front of me. Tell you a bit about the town. So Traralgon, in the last census, population was 26,907, so it's a fair old size. 47.9% male, 52.1% female. So there you go. A few more females than males in town. Average age is only 39. It's pretty young. Got an Amcal chemist. Pair of scarf there on the right hand side. All the trees have lost their leaves just about. Now we're in winter, gone past autumn. 81% of the people in Traralgon were born in Australia. No prizes for guessing what's second. England, 2.5%. 1.2% were born in India, 1% in New Zealand. There's the post office there on the right hand side. Another post office. Main source of employment in Traralgon, 7.8% work in the hospital. Saw the big hospital back there. It is big, so no wonder it's the main source. Government admin is the second highest employment, 3.4%, and believe it or not, takeaway food, 3.1%. So I haven't taken much notice of how much takeaway food shops there are. There's obviously a lot. There we go, there's a Thai restaurant just there on the right hand side as I'm talking. Right, around there somewhere. Average household income in Traralgon is quite high, $1,484 a week compared to the Australian average, which is 1,759. So they're doing okay here in Traralgon. Now crimes per 1,000 people. Crime rate is 103 crimes per 1,000 people, which is 1 in 10. Morwell back there was 250. Can you believe it? Still, can't believe that. But yeah, 100. What I say it was 103, which is, it's a bit higher than the Australian average, which was 76, but not too much. Head back down this main street again. We're going to go past the 2 old buildings again. Just looking at the takeaway shops, Vietnamese. Coles there on the right hand side. Opposite the post office here. Oh, we didn't go left here. We'll go left here, see what we can see. Oh yeah, Traralgon Police Station. What's that? The deck. Must be some sort of pubby restaurant sort of thing. What's that? Looks like an old church. Arcadia. Looked like it was an old church. There's a Catholic church on the corner there. Oh yeah, okay, we'll come back around and have a look around there. I think we've got to get up around this roundabout. Got a nice old library there and an art centre back behind me. Go and check it out. Looks like a pretty new modern building. So yeah, there's the pool, local pool. The slides out the front. Victoria Against Violence, I suppose that's common sense. Latrobe City Maternal and Child Health Centre. This is all the, I suppose, government admin was the second highest employment, and that's why I haven't got all this here. Latrobe City Council Library and Service Centre. Oh, look at that, it's a new building too. Let's go up this way and have a look. I might go and have a look at some of the residential area of Traralgon. Stand by. Righto, one thing about Traralgon I've noticed, we're in the residential area here, all got very wide streets, really wide. Just bear with me, I've got to get across this road here. Now I'll tell you the median house price here in Traralgon. It's $510,000, which is a lot higher than the other towns we've been to so far. $510,000. Australian average is $831,000. So it's still a bit behind, but we are in the country. We're 164 kilometres outside of Melbourne CBD. They're nice enough old homes. There we go. Flying the Australian flag. Don't see that in the city very often. House for sale there. Here we go, we'll go around and check some of these homes out. Everyone keeps their garden nice and neat. I mean, like I said, in the other towns, that's all you want. Here we go, look at that letterbox. It's a little beauty, that one. It's unreal what you get in your head once you see a whole lot of stats like I read the other day about the city of Latrobe. You know, it's got the high crime rate, highest in Victoria, country Victoria anyway. But they're all functioning towns. You know, they're not. You expect something completely different in your head, and you know, in the end, everyone just wants to get on, I suppose, don't they? So anyway, that might be enough of Traralgon. Seeing the main street. Seen the residential area. We'll head on. I'm going to go to another power station, just show you that one on the way to the next town. G'day, now have a look at that. That's the Loy Yang power plant. What an unbelievable sight. I mean, it's not great, all that smoke coming out of those chimneys. It really isn't a good look anyway. But I'm no climate activist, so anyway, and over here you have a look at the mine, I suppose, where they've got the coal out over the years. That's unbelievable. That's a long way down. Massive, massive industry. And it's actually closing. going to be closing in about 2035, maybe 2047, if we can't reach a renewable target, which doesn't seem like they ever will. But anyway, that's unreal, seeing all that smoke coming out of there. Tell you what, if Greta, what's the Swedish one's name? Thunberg. Greta Thunberg. She'd have that closed down tomorrow. Actually, speaking of her, I think it was 2007. There was a whole lot of climate activists came here and they got into the plant there and chained themselves to conveyor belts and all sorts of things that help operate the plant over there. Anyway, things still open, and in 2021, Environment Victoria actually charged this Loy Yang plant for too many emissions. Is that what you call it? Emissions? Anyway, it's still going, and it still might keep going. Like I said, 2035, maybe longer, 2047. And yeah, I mean, it employs people here. A lot of these towns around here, they wouldn't have got to the size they are without these power plants. Anyway, we're moving into a new age now, and probably 20 years' time, this place will no longer be here. So here I am. I'm in Churchill on our last stop of our whirlwind tour of the city of Latrobe, which they say has got the highest crime rate in country Victoria. So I was looking for the main street here in Churchill. I couldn't find one. I think it's more of just a sort of a square sort of thing. There's a community health centre there on the left. And yeah, it's a different sort of a setup than the usual old town. It's a community hub. Hub's probably got a whole lot of things to it, I suppose. Library, preschool, whole lot it's got there. Play centre there for the kids. There's a CFA just there on the right hand side. Country Fire Authority, just over there. Yeah, it's a different setup than the usual town you come to, which has got usually got a main street. Yeah, so instead of having a main street, it's got sort of a square. I don't even know if you call it a square, but anyway, it's a different old setup than what you usually see in a town. Now, that thing over there, I'll tell you a little bit about that. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's more like just a square or a plaza. You've got the Woolies over there and Chemist Warehouse and that over to the left over there. That sort of tall thing there, that brown looking thing in front of me. So the name of the town is Churchill. And that is supposed to be a replica of Winston Churchill's cigar. So anyway, that's I suppose the name of the town's Churchill, so that's the claim to fame of this town, I suppose. The cigar in town. And yeah, but there's not, to be fair, there's not a lot else here, I'll be honest. So, as I said, no main street. It's really, really strange. And yeah, we went past the hub before. We'll go down. We might have a look at the residential area. I'll tell you a bit about the town, because for such a town with a bit of a population, there's not a lot of shops. Doesn't seem like there is anyway. I'll just turn right here. see where we end up. Now, Churchill seems to be a growing town because there's a lot of new homes going up. And let's get around this roundabout and try and find where most of the, well, a lot of the residents live anyway. Tell you a little bit about Churchill. Here we go. So Churchill's got a population in the last census of 4,924 people. And 47.9% of those are male, 52.1% are female. And the average age is 39. 81% of people here are born in Australia, 2.5% are born in England, 1.2% in India, 1% are from or born in New Zealand. As you can see, the houses are, I mean, there's quite a few new homes here. And they've all got good sized yards as well. But nothing spectacular. Small, just that's a Strzelecki, but so we're basically at the base of the Strzelecki Ranges, which is just there in the distance. A main source of employment here in Churchill is working in the hospital. 7.8% of the workforce. So that's a fair whack. 1 in 12 probably. Government admin 3.4. And takeaway food 3.1. Takeaway food down in this area is a big employment thing. Probably mainly a lot of the younger students or whatever. Now the average household income here is $1,109 per week, which is a fair bit under the Australian average, but higher than a couple of the other towns around here. Now, crimes per 100 people in Churchill, 108 crimes per 1,000. That's about the same as Traralgon. So, and it's above the Australian average, which is 76. And the median house price here is $368,000. Speaking of crime, there's the police just in front of me. I wonder what they've been up to. There's a couple of shops there, milk bars. What's that? That looks like a little kindergarten there. Yeah, so that's about it for Churchill. It's not a great lot to it. Some more homes and homes after homes basically, and just that little square. I mean, there might be other shops here, but I can't find them. I've been driving around. Actually, before I leave Churchill, this is one of the newer estates. All these new homes going up around here. There's one down the end here. Lovely homes, backing onto the bushland. Yeah, so most of these homes only look a couple of years old, not old at all. I mean, they've got that Woolworths in town to help supply the people with their groceries, because they'll need it. It's a growing town, all right. there's a pub over there. I'm not sure what happened to that pub. It's been demolished anyway. So I suppose there's not even a pub in town anymore, by the looks of it. I'm out the back of it there. So just over there. Might have caught fire or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's been demolished. There's no pub in town anymore. Headed back, there's the big cigar, Churchill cigar. Headed back into town, into the square, I suppose, no main street. So there we go. Looks like they used to have a KFC here as well, but no longer. As you can see up there, there's an old, these look like old storage sheds now. But anyway, there we go, there's Churchill for you. So that just about ends my trip to the city of Latrobe. There's a cigar in front of me again. So anyway, it's got the highest crime rate in Victoria, city of Latrobe. But in the end, it's not too bad. I got out unscathed. And anyway, let's hope they can rectify their problems. Obviously, a couple of must be a few social sort of problems here if the crime rate's so high. Especially in Morwell back there, 250 crimes per 1,000 people. Anyway, that's up to the local community to sort it out. And that ends my trip to the city of Latrobe. So if you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.